I think FLUXO have been playing multiple rounds, kind of one step ahead of FNATIC in those moments. And so 11 rounds into this game, they have themselves the lead.
One thing that makes sense with Art slowing down is he played a fast out because everyone was playing slowly at the end of CSGO. So if everyone's speeding up in CS2, he can't play like that.
It's got to be against
He built
the
a
grain.
foundation on trying to play differently. They stole his whole flow, bar for bar.
Jambo's been waiting for a chance at revenge on this angle. Don't know if he's going to get it at the end of the day.
A few rounds of sloppiness from FNATIC, a couple of moves that didn't need to be made, a couple of re-peaks here and there. And this is a position they've let themselves in, actually. They could have crushed this half for sure. I mean, it felt like they were on for an 8-4, if not worse. And now at best, 6-6. 5v4 will help with that. Oh, okay, well, answer back. Art just ran all the way to that.
Crims finds his. BlameF peels back, gives them space in the final round of this half. And that'll catch Kai off guard, this deep angle, but BlameF steps right back into an unexpected hold. And it's a clean headshot out of Zevi. So we said man advantage would give them an edge, but Zevi's still fighting on deep within that oil train. And as Art gets onto the bomb site, op in hand, bomb planted, and Zevi still just kind of floating out here. And I like that FLUXO are trying to take this fight to FNATIC, not give them space, but rather take it on their terms. And so man advantage be damned, it's not just FLUXO with a lead, but a 2-round buffer going into the CT side. Of FLUXO, and they're going to end that T-side with a comfortable-looking 7-5 lead. And that's the hard part of this train game. So all of a sudden, we could be looking at Brazilians sitting in the 2-0 pool as well. a pistol, a follow through, and FLUXO could be riding this wave forward over top of FNATIC.
Yeah, I think it's definitely FNATIC's own sloppiness that got him into the spot. It doesn't mean that the map is over. It's kind of crazy even to consider that with FNATIC's start in this match, but well, they could tie up some easy loose ends.
Jambo, quick drive-by, double kill made easy by the Glock. Outer yard looking wrapped up, but Decenti's got the answer. And Art's gonna take a look at it. Jambo in with another one, so that's triple kill for Jambo. Doesn't waste a moment on this T-side, running rampant with that pistol. FNATIC had to wait a while for this answer, but there's finally a round back on the board.
Yeah, now it's quite a climb, but yeah, we'd have to watch back the first half to really get a good understanding of how everything fell apart. It is still that FLUXO played very well, especially those mid to late round situations. Some of their early ideas though on T-side I don't think were that creative. FNATIC, I'm still expecting better things from them here on Train. They're very close to losing to Red Canids earlier. If they don't scrape this win after their start in this map draw, you wonder how much worse it could have been.
Quick pop off the flashbangs, not going to net them anything, hoping to have caught FNATIC off guard, but tough duels to take with vanilla pistols. Easy cleanup for FNATIC. It's pistol and conversion again. Remember, 4-0 start back on the CT side. 5 of the first 6 rounds. Trying to tap back into that again.
FLUXO are a team of a bunch of players who are trying to revive their image. They're not even players who have won much, right? I mean, I think Art, even on Furia, picked up a notable land trophy the entire time, did he?
No. Took Fallen's Furia to accomplish that feat. Online events in the 2020, but barring that, trying to find success now in this FLUXO jersey instead. Lucasio finds success at the start of this, although sitting on 4 points of health means, yeah.
Just barely touched him with that.
There it is. BlameF dunks him from downtown. 15th frag of the map for BlameF. And looking for a second victim on this outer yard.
Not a fun way to go. You're so close to avoiding that. You know what I mean? This team is like, we know these players and they've tried and like they impressed us in different spots, or you know, someone like Kai just had a terrible time when he played on Fury originally. They're all just trying to win for the first time together, essentially, even though that's so weird to say about someone like Art.
And really trying to just be yet another legacy, right? Story of a team that kind of gets written off, rides the momentum of the first wave of a major. Interesting spot for Fear, tries to go out, and yeah, kind of felt like it was all false hope, and that's why. Decenti covering the cross, and as long as the other player's back sight didn't go for peaks, it was gonna always be hard to unravel that sight. Art has successfully kept his head tucked. Beautiful shot from Jambo.
What a reaction.
Snaps that crosshair downwards onto Art's head, and gives just enough coverage for this bomb plant, just enough control to send FLUXO into the save from their first gun round, and there's no guarantee that the save can be had. We've got BlameF on the hunt already, and it is FNATIC back to the lead.
That is, yeah, some pretty monster stuff out of Jambo. Man, that's a moment that literally could have ended it. There was barely any time. There wouldn't have been time to put that bomb down again. That would have been such a precarious spot. The walk up to that duel was fine. He was not ready for it, essentially. And yet here we are, FNATIC take back the lead. Felt like after the first lurk into Z that was it. FLUXO were going to probably win the round. Disney just barely hitting Lucas. Game riddled with close moments.
Flame F. Check out the entry, already on to the outer yard. And that's going to catch them off guard for certain. Although Lukowski, beautiful recovery with that MP9. Just 2 headshots back to back, a free AK upgrade. Fear's going to slide out in the middle of all of this, and he gets clipped by Descenti. Jackasmo gets popped, and this is FLUXO stepping up to the fight with fight of their own. BlameF thought he had control of the situation with that immediate exit out T-Con, and instead it is FLUXO's instant answer back.
Oh boy, I mean, what is this? Double MP9 frag out of Lukowski. Descenti putting down damage, and it's just a round that falls flat somehow out of FNATIC. Even with the first kill, Olaf control for BlameF so quickly, and it felt like so safely. It's again this like individual mechanical moment. Look at the second kill. What is this?
It's a flashback to the past, brother.
Yeah. He's happy about that round.
Some of the pieces of this team have found higher heights in the past with previous rosters, looking to do it again together at the same time now, and I feel like that is just kind of Lukowski pulling back the curtain to remind us. Couldn't ask for a cleaner second frag, especially in a 4 versus 5 situation when you've got BlameF's AK-47 already controlling that outer yard. Even the second frag, just trying to peel back through that T-Con. Didn't feel like FNATIC were really trying to sign up for the second duel, but you gave him man advantage back. And with that, your lead evaporates momentarily. Full-fledged buy. Opt for Zevi, the only one on the field. The nade damage for Jackasmo to have to stomach. Certainly not ideal for the player that's trying to pinch out onto site, and he misses the timing to kill Lukowski. At least that's going to confirm it. That's information over the other way. And they're going to go just barreling down through that B ramp instead. Descenti to stand up to the challenge. Fear goes down. Crims follows suit. Third challenge is done for. Big individual moment from Descenti. He wants a little bit more as Jambo is turned back towards that ramp right there on a silver platter. Just goes for the bomb plant once, and that's enough to get Descenti back into his crosshair. But that long-range op kill from Zevi's got this in the bag.
That's nuts, man. Up there from Cloud Descenti. Beautiful spray. Shuts down that entire B attack and leaves FNATIC sort of hopeless in that moment. Three guys scaling on him. Just enough space to let him reset. I think both, you know, his weapon being hot and just his reaction and focus, and they didn't realize they needed to run him down.
Couple that with the op support of Zevi in the backdrop. He picks up 2 kills in the process. It's just a solid B defense that takes the lead right back. Sends FNATIC into a bit of a spiral here as well. AK for Blame, tries to get that entry that he's found successfully outer previously. Not this time. Not on the first go anyways. Meanwhile, Lukowski getting active, making moves through Pop Dog and catching players unprepared. It's pistols to try to deal with him, and he actually takes a bunch of damage. Art on the other side of these hallways. And I can't believe Lukowski sticks around for this, and yet is able to topple BlameF, put that AK into the dirt, reopen the door for Art to keep the pressure on, and when FLUXO have blood in the water, they swarm like sharks.
Now this is getting really scary here, and the fact that they're willing to keep up this pressure on the map this consistently, FNATIC are in troubled waters. They might need a fresh idea if they're going to pull this win off.
Back to the challenge. Easy pickup for Art, tapping into the op potential. Double kill, and the third! Rock solid defense inside of the site as FNATIC start to scramble. FLUXO start to thrive.
And they're starting to throw stuff at the wall. I mean, we saw in FNATIC again the collapse at the end of the first half. Now it feels like starting again. And if you're going to throw these fast ideas in and get crushed that quickly, well, you're just going to, the other team's going to be so elated. They had minimal losses, didn't have to think very hard, used almost no utility, and they come away with a win. They're going to feel like they're 5 rounds in the lead. You take huge risks by going for those rushes. Stylistic call here might not have been a good one.
Doesn't feel like you can skip the steps at the moment. Art puts on a highlight reel of shots here. This third one under pressure. Hell of a quick scope on Crims. What a perfect time to pull up that double op setup as well. And you'd think, you know, getting charged down into like that, that's when the op could drop the ball, but Art gets 3 shots off and all 3 land.
Not gonna lie, like who's winning just rushing B down the ramp?
Not FNATIC.
Not FNATIC, that's for sure. Crims coming through with the Galil, 1 gun. Half armor buy, it's a half buy here for FNATIC. They're willing to let this one go, still giving themselves some odds. But to be honest, what you want to see ideas. I'm not too inspired at the moment. I am by FLUXO, that's for sure.
Try to play in through Pop Dog again. Just feels like Lukowski's got that call the void in full effect. Loves to get into this action.
He's got a teammate behind him, but periodically checking.
But it's just that one Galil versus 2 M4s. Tough spot to predict versus Lukowski. And he hears the rumblings of their approach. Jumps the gun on the first one. Kai's here to trade out the second. Uncomfortable though, down to 4 HP, has 1 bullet in that gun. Crims tries to find him in the smoke, and Kai sticks around.
He's so on util, yeah, just no nades, and very smart from Kai just to wait.
4 health on the fallback. Certainly not what they were looking for in that moment, FLUXO. The fact that they go 2 M4s into the commitment.
Oh, it's gonna be a B exec, actually. Art has to stop this.
Oh, turns at the wrong moment.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but still able to go back at it. Clips Jacasmo. And that's going to be Crims dropping down into the site. That's a bomb plant guaranteed, surely.
Ooh, don't let this one go.
But remember, it's the gun limitation here that's going to be a problem for FNATIC. Although, double op setup.
Oh, what a shot.
What kind of a retake can they really offer up? When you find BlameF on top like that, then things suddenly look easy. Crims Desert Eagle in hand, and he's not able to whittle them down just yet, missing his shots on the chance. The Galil to the top taken down, and FLUXO comes through with a double op retake on a bomb site that FNATIC finally find footing within.
Art's popping off, and that looked like a casual flick. That was, I promise you, extremely hard. But it looked like a chill moment. It just pairs on to another round where Art saves the day on B and makes it look like no problem at all. Like, check this out. What is that? But again, yeah, it was a half buy, so.
It's a half buy, and it damn near successfully overwhelmed. It's also a round where FLUXO signed up to those early fights, trying to take over Pop.
Oh, doesn't matter.
BlameF comes out, emerges with the opening kill of round 21, tries to keep that pressure going into the outer yard. And Kai just wants to tuck in behind boxes. We got 4 map points in hand for FLUXO. Art's been a hero in this map so far, as Descenti gets a little wild.
No, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is FLUXO maybe playing with the margin of error, we'll say.
Right, yeah. They're kind of giving themselves an allowance, like, okay, we can have fun this round, I guess, but this one might be a bit of a confidence builder for FNATIC. These are just all too easy, all these frags.
All right, back to convincing ways. FNATIC, when push comes to shove, step it up a notch. 5 players survive that one. We got a timeout coming through from FLUXO to try to figure out the finer tuned details. But a doesn't seem like it's going to be as easy as going for solo pushes.
Yeah, it's just a house of cards here, but like all of FLUXO's best wins right now, we're just waiting for FNATIC to throw together a sort of scrappy idea, a scrimmy idea, and this round it's a 5v4 followed by, all right, let's just give them a bunch of random pushes and see, but not really truly testing the defaults. But I think, as you said, you know, they have margin for error. If they want to test it, at least a couple of rounds left.
Graphic tells a tale of strong starts to each half for FNATIC, but majority rounds, FLUXO. It's a very critical late game breakthrough moment in that last one for FNATIC to still put up some kind of a fight. We've had this expensive habit for FLUXO coming through with the Art Zevi double op, but it just keeps on emerging, and they've still got the money to fund it. When those scrappy executes come out of FNATIC, you want these ops in position. They've done a great job of finding their connections. Art hitting many more shots than he's missed. Missed nade in round 22, certainly not ideal, but luckily nobody behind it to get punished. Zevi flashed off the angle, has got a teammate in that corner. He's looking to remain mobile, and Lucasi's got the info when he wants it.
Now this push down through pop is the key one. Fear has gained a little bit of space. They aren't actually pressuring through IV. There are so many signs that this will be an outside hit, and there is no fake involved so far. You can really see that FLUXO are not second guessing this at the moment. Zevi's getting inside a T-Con and they haven't cleared this out. Oh, that's just so free, man. I mean, FNATIC are too late to come back to this.
Ooh. Or are they? Fear tries to sprint at it, gets his one, but in an act of desperation, they're down to 30 seconds. So yeah, late is key. And a quick move from Lucasi as Jack Asmo's lost all vision with that smoke sitting in front of him. Lucasi still sitting around on T-Con. Jack Asmo yet to come out at 20 on this clock.
He's smoking T-Con.
Lucasi tries to turn, Decenti's got the cover. 15 seconds, and this one starts to fall apart at the seams. BlameF late to the scene, has 10 seconds to clutch this, and as he gets the headshot, he doesn't even have time to plant. He's gonna try to fake it out for frags, but they'll call his bluff. And 13 rounds, fine by FLUXO. We've got Australians, North Americans, and Brazilians in the 2-0 pool today in Budapest. FNATIC thought they could fight on, and they had those strong starts each half. But it's FLUXO, folks, to thrive.